Surprised by how aggressive they were?
Well, within the context of what happened last winter, for sure, because the Mariners basically didn't add any money. But at the deadline,
Is the American League MVP race already decided? While many have their eyes on the usual suspects, a dark horse is emerging from the Pacific Northwest, and he's not just knocking on the door. He's blasting it wide open with every swing of the bat. We're talking about a player who has become the heart and soul of his team, a defensive powerhouse, and a home run machine. Stick around for the next 40 minutes as we do a deep dive into the incredible season of Seattle's own slugger and why the recent Mariners trade deadline moves might just be the final piece of the puzzle for a deep playoff run. You won't want to miss this episode of Baseball Extra. Welcome back to Baseball Extra, your go-to spot for in-depth baseball analysis. Today, we're zeroing in on the Seattle Mariners, a team that has electrified its fan base and put the rest of the league on notice. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of their recent performance, let's set the stage by rewinding to the trade deadline. The industry was buzzing, and many were skeptical about what the Mariners would do, especially after a quiet winter where the front office seemed hesitant to make any significant financial commitments. There was a sense that perhaps they were content with the roster they had, but as the deadline approached, a different narrative began to unfold. It became clear that the ownership and the front office were ready to go all in. They saw an opportunity, a window to not just compete, but to dominate, and they seized it with both hands. The acquisitions of Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez sent shockwaves through the league. These weren't just minor additions. These were two of the best available hitters on the market, proven run producers with the potential to transform an already solid lineup into a formidable force. The message was loud and clear. The Mariners are here to win, and they're here to win now. Imagine the scene inside that clubhouse as the news broke. The excitement was described as palpable, a jolt of energy that reverberated through the entire organization. For the players, it was a vote of confidence, a sign that their hard work and success were being rewarded with a genuine commitment to winning a championship. This is the kind of move that can galvanize a team, turning a hopeful contender into a true believer. And believe me, the belief in that locker room is at an all-time high. Now, let's break down what these new additions bring to the table for the Seattle Mariners. When you bring in players of Naylor and Suarez's caliber, you're not just getting their bats. You're getting their presence, their experience, and their energy. Josh Naylor is known for his fiery personality and clutch hitting. He's a player who thrives in high-pressure situations, and that's exactly what you need in the thick of a pennant race. Eugenio Suarez, on the other hand, brings a veteran presence and a steady hand. He's been around the block, he's seen it all, and he provides a calming influence in the clubhouse. But don't let that fool you. He can still send a baseball into orbit with the best of them. The combination of these two personalities is a perfect blend of fire and ice, and it's already paying dividends. The ripple effect of these acquisitions is felt throughout the lineup. Suddenly, there's more protection for the other hitters. Pitchers can no longer afford to pitch around guys like Julio Rodriguez or Cal Raleigh because they know who's coming up next. This depth creates a relentless offensive attack that can wear down even the most elite pitching staffs. On Baseball Extra, we love to look at the analytics, but sometimes it's the intangibles that make the biggest difference. The boosted morale, the heightened sense of purpose, the knowledge that your front office believes in you, these are the things that can elevate a team to the next level. The Seattle Mariners analysis shows a team that is not just statistically better, but also mentally stronger and more cohesive than ever before. And that brings us to the man of the hour, the player who is at the center of the Mariners universe right now, Cal Raleigh. What a season this has been for the man they call Big Dumper. We're not just talking about a great season for a catcher. We're talking about a historically great season for any player in the league. Let's talk about the power. The home runs have been nothing short of breathtaking. He is currently leading the major leagues in home runs, a feat that is almost unheard of for a catcher. He's in a back-and-forth battle for the home run crown, and every time he steps up to the plate, you feel like you're about to witness something special. We recently saw a perfect example of this. A pitch that was barely off the ground, a pitch that most hitters would have been lucky to foul off. He dug it out and sent it soaring over the fence. The exit velocity wasn't even off the charts, but his strength and his ability to find the barrel of the bat are simply elite. He has power to all fields, and he has shown time and time again that he can change the game with one swing. But to truly appreciate Cal Raleigh's value, you have to look beyond the home runs. His candidacy for Cal Raleigh MVP is built on his contributions on both sides of the ball. Defensively, he is arguably one of the best catchers in all of baseball. The way he handles the pitching staff is a thing of beauty. He's a master at framing pitches, stealing strikes, and controlling the running game. He's a true captain behind the plate, and the pitchers have an immense amount of trust in him. They know that when they're on the mound, they have a rock back there who will do everything in his power to make them successful. That level of trust and camaraderie cannot be overstated, and it's a huge reason why the Mariners' pitching staff has been so dominant. The MVP conversation is always a fascinating one, and this year is no exception. You have players having unbelievable seasons all around the league. But when you look at the complete package that Cal Raleigh brings, the offense, the defense, the leadership, and the clutch performances, you have to ask yourself, is there any player who is more valuable to their team's success? Here on Baseball Extra, we believe he has a very strong case. Of course, baseball is a team sport, and as incredible as Cal Raleigh has been, he's not doing it alone. The Mariners have a roster full of talent, a perfect blend of seasoned veterans and exciting young stars. Julio Rodriguez continues to be one of the most dynamic players in the game. His combination of speed, power, and defense is a sight to behold, and he's a true superstar in the making. The pitching staff, as we mentioned earlier, has been lights out. From the starters to the bullpen, they have been consistently excellent. The addition of Naylor and Suarez has given them even more confidence, knowing that they don't have to be perfect on any given night because the offense has their back. Looking ahead, the future is incredibly bright for the Seattle Mariners. They have a young, talented core that is locked in for the foreseeable future. They have a front office that has shown a willingness to make bold moves to improve the team. And most importantly, they have a fan base that is energized and ready to cheer them on every step of the way. This is a team that is built to win now and for years to come. The Seattle Mariners analysis points to a team that is on the cusp of something truly special. They have all the ingredients for a deep postseason run, and it's going to be fascinating to watch it all unfold. Here at Baseball Extra, we'll be with you every step of the way, providing the in-depth analysis you won't find anywhere else. So there you have it, a comprehensive look at the Seattle Mariners and the incredible season of Cal Raleigh. From the aggressive moves at the Mariners trade deadline to the emergence of a legitimate Cal Raleigh MVP candidate, there is so much to be excited about in Seattle. This is a team that is firing on all cylinders, and they have their sights set on a World Series championship. What are your thoughts on the Mariners' chances? Do you think Cal Raleigh should be the American League MVP? Let us know in the comment section below. We love hearing from you and being a part of the conversation. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more in-depth baseball content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Baseball Extra. We have a lot more exciting content coming your way, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.